Hey guys, this is Pam and welcome back to another video. Today I'm very excited to talk to you about this particular perfume because I really like it a lot. And this perfume is from the house of Une Nuit Nomade and the perfume is Ambre Khandjar. I think that is how you pronounce it. I'm not sure, but let's talk about the perfume. So this perfume, again from the house of Une Nuit Nomade, was launched in 2019. Let us read the notes. The perfumer is Jerome Di Marino. Top notes are plum and mandarin orange. Middle notes are labdanum, vanilla pod, orris, and ilang ilang. Base notes are benzoin, patchouli, and sandalwood. So when it comes to amber perfumes, it is not my absolute favorite genre of perfumery. But when it's good, it's good. But at the same time, I am very picky. It's as if I'm always on the hunt for the best amber perfumes, or at least the best for me, because there are amber perfumes that are so straightforward. You know what I mean? They're animalic. They're amber, by the way, is a note. It's a note or an accord. Is what I'm trying to say. You can't really extract notes or smell from the amber, from the resins. So it is more of like an accord, or I guess what people imagined what an amber would smell like. So now we have come to know this amber accord or amber note. So when it comes to perfumery, sometimes it's very difficult for me because it's a little bit much of something. Maybe it's too salty, or maybe it's too sweet, or maybe it's not sweet enough, or maybe it's animalic or not musky enough, or not animalic enough is what I'm trying to say. Perfumes like Grand Soir, for example, I absolutely love that perfume, by the way. So it is considered an amber fragrance. But to me, Grand Soir, although it is very much an amber perfume, it is more of like into this gourmand almost territory. It's very sweet, very boozy. It's kind of like liquor, like a honey, lots of honey to me. Absolutely love Grand Soir. But to me, it's not like my everyday amber scent. If I grab Grand Soir, it's not because I am craving amber. It's because I am craving Grand Soir, because I like that smell. But it is not something I will reach for if I'm looking for an amber scent. Another great example of a perfect masterpiece is Le Lion by Chanel. In fact, it's got to be in my top two. Chanel Les Exclusifs. So Le Lion is very, oh gosh, very animalic, very smoky, gosh, powdery, dusty, balsamic. It's a lot. It's a lot. I absolutely love Le Lion. But once again, for me, as amber as it could be, Le Lion could be, it's not something that I would gravitate or I would reach for when it comes to, if I'm craving something amber, an amber perfume. But finally, I have found that one. I have found that one that I love. That, okay, this is like, if I want an amber, this is what I have in my mind. Now, this will all be different for each and every one of us. You know, like if you could be that person who loves Grand Soir when you're looking for an amber, or Le Lion when you're looking for an amber. But to me, I grabbed those two perfumes, and we're just citing examples here. But for me, I would grab those two perfumes because I want those smells specifically, but not necessarily amber. Now that we are clear on that, let us talk about this. I would say my favorite right now, my favorite amber perfume, Ambre Khandjar. Yes. So what I love about this thing, oh gosh. All right. What I absolutely love about this thing is it's never too much and it's never enough. What I mean by that, I'm never overwhelmed with how animalic it is, or smoky, or salty, or at the same time, it's never enough in terms of it gives me just the right amount of facets of those qualities of what an amber it is, what an amber is to me. All right, again, we're all gonna be different. It does not satisfy me in terms of, because I want more and more and more. It's kind of like, to me, when you eat something that, like a dessert, when you eat like a dessert that is way too sweet, you're overwhelmed. You get like 2 bites of a cheesecake or 2 bites of a chocolate cake. If it's so heavy on the sugar, on that vanilla extract that they put in there, it's overwhelming. You get it, you're done. But this one, it's just the right amount that you kind of want to keep tasting it. You know, like when you're eating something like a creamy milky chocolate, you want to keep tasting it in your tongue. So this one, I keep wanting to smell it. I keep wanting more and more of what it's got, because it gives me the perfect amount that I never can get enough of it. So let's talk about the scent. All right, it's got that amber. It's really hard to describe what an amber accord smells like. But let's assume we all know what an amber smells like, or at least the accord. Along that amberiness, you get the sweetness, but the sweetness is, it's very thin, yet that thin sweetness is thick. Like, it's thick for how thin it is. If you get my point. All right, and then and it smells like this color. And if you look at the juice, it is pretty thin. It is pretty thin, but it's gooey. It's thin, yet it's gooey. It's kind of like a pancake syrup that you've heated up. It's thin once it's warm, but it's sticky. It's sticky. You get a little bit of that, but it's sticky. It's syrupy. So you get this a very thin syrup of sweetness, like a brown molasses, and it has this bitterness. Oh gosh, I'm so happy I found my amber perfume. Speaking of amber perfume, I have a website called Amber Perfumery. If you haven't checked it out, going back, I got distracted by my own thoughts. It has this bitterness that I absolutely love, because you have the sweetness, the sticky, gooey, thin syrup, molasses, with this bitterness that's a very flat, and then it's got this kind of like hay, like a very, very dry hay. It's almost like you can feel the hay crunch if you try to squeeze it, because it's so dry. But that hay is tinged with that dollop of molasses, the syrupy molasses. Oh gosh, and then it's a bit fuzzy. It gets a bit more fuzzy. Every time I smell this one, it's never the same. And oh gosh, the sillage that I'm getting, the projection that I'm getting right now, it has that booziness. But then when you smell it, it's magic, all right? When you smell it up close, you get everything that I just described. The flat bitterness, with the sweetness, with the fuzziness, with the dry hay. But then the projection has the boozy kind of liquor smell. liquor vibe, something of a, I don't know, rum or whiskey kind of smell. Another perfume, Sugar Leather, also by Une Nuit Nomade, which actually is the perfume that introduced me to this house. They have a lot of good stuff, by the way. Has a lot of that booziness. Sugar Leather has this. The booziness in this one reminds me a lot of that quality that Sugar Leather has. You need to try that perfume too because it's pretty amazing. So again, you get that booziness from the sillage, but up close not really. So you know, you kind of go back and forth to this, like it smells like this and it smells like this, but everything else that I smell, whether up close, in the projection, in the air, both at the same time, I love everything about it. It's got this kind of like dried tobacco smell as well. Like a dried tobacco that has not been smoked or lit. A little bit dirty, a little bit animalic, a little bit a tinge musky in the sillage, but not up close. Resinous. It's flat, yet it's fuzzy. It's wet, but at the same time, it's dry. It's like something is really dry, and then you sprinkle it with something to kind of, I don't know, hydrate it. It's like a hydrated, dehydrated something. I love it. This is for me like a very easy reach. I'm just, I can't believe my brain right now on how good this is. It's very easy for me to wear, but at the same time, you can kind of dress this up as well. Like, absolutely. And this is 100% unisex. You can shower. This is one of those things that I would shower myself. As in, literally, I would just do like 20, 30 sprays. I don't think I can explain further. I think I have said what I wanted to say. Absolutely wonderful fragrance from Une Nuit Nomade, Ambre, Khandjar. The house is fantastic and you guys need to check it out. And that's about it. That's my review for today. Well, I hope this video has been helpful. I thoroughly enjoyed talking about this fragrance. If you like any part of this video at all, please hit that like button. And if you are new to my channel, you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. It will help my channel grow. Thank you so much guys for watching, and I hope to see you on my next video. Bye!